Hey guys, Barbara here, and I have Joe with me today.
Hello people.
We didn't plan on wearing just, to match in the black, because he had on his usual teal, which is my brand color, but the shirt was so nasty. Joe, why do you wear those nasty shirts?
It's clean.
It was clean, but it was stained. All right, so we're each gonna be doing 1 loaf of Creole bread. Welcome to the Bare Pantry Show. If you want to learn how to cook in simple steps and have your dishes come out great the first time, then you're in the right place. Learn to make restaurant-style meals, comfort foods, and authentic Belizean dishes from basic ingredients. I have my KitchenAid. Can you guys see this? Yeah, I have my KitchenAid out today because, Joe, people ask me from time to time, why don't I use the KitchenAid anymore, right? One, it's too much to take it out. I have no space to put it. It's like a high frequency squeal. This thing 30 years old. My Uncle Les gave this to me for Christmas when Jory was born, and Jory turned 30 in July. So this December will make 30 years for this thing. So it's still going strong. I think Joe needs to oil something though. You're gonna hear it. Anyways, we were gonna do 1 loaf of bread and 1 loaf of bun, but then I realized that the bun takes a little bit longer to raise and it has to bake lower at 325 instead of 350, and the bread. I feel like we're gonna run into trouble. So we're just gonna do the same thing.
Okay. You say one take longer?
But not that much longer.
Well, why don't you just do the bread first? Not rice for a while. Then you go back and
Like stagger it.
Right.
We could do that, but we're each gonna do a bread right here.
Right.
All right. The reason that I decided to do side by side, we're not doing a competition per se. We're just showing how you can knead it up with your hand or this paddle versus having to buy a KitchenAid, because a friend of mine just asked, should I invest in a KitchenAid because I want to make bread and stuff, but I don't want to put my hand in the flour, right? So I'm like, you know what? Scientifically, let's test this. Belizean black fruit cake, stewed oxtails, warm Creole bread. Simply the best Belizean dishes you can make at home. Watch. Just add flour, baking powder, and milk in a small bowl. Mix, roll flat, then deep fry for a fry jack that is so versatile that it goes perfect with everything. Start the day off right with my simple Belizean Johnny cakes that can be made in the oven or air fryer. All these recipes can be found in my Belizean cookbook, Beans and Rice Volume 2. Get a copy today only at www.barepantryshow.com. Shop safely and securely at www.barepantryshow.com. I'm gonna go off camera and just turn the water till it's hot, hot, hot out of the faucet, and I gotta do it like that. He doesn't know what I'm doing. So see, I can keep my hand on the hair and I'm not getting burned, but it's on very hot. Still not hot enough yet. If you live in a country that doesn't have hot running water, you're gonna have to heat up the water in the microwave or on the stove, and so the temperature is like, I think 115 degrees Fahrenheit. I can still touch it. They get hotter. Okay, there. We're gonna fill this to 1/4 cup. A little bit more. A little bit overs. Okay. This is for Joe. Come on, Joe. 1/4 cup. Plus 1/2 of a tablespoon. See? 1/2 of a tablespoon of active dry yeast. And FYI, 1 tablespoon of yeast is 3 teaspoons, so 1/2 tablespoon is 1.5 teaspoons. In my book, I say to add a little bit extra sugar, but we're just gonna steal some sugar from the allotment of sugar for Joe's. Stir it up, like Bob Marley says. And then I'm gonna do the same thing for my bowl. Get a 1/4 cup of water. Steal some sugar from the sugar allotment. Give it a stir. Give this about 8 minutes to foam up, and then we'll be back. Okay guys, so the yeast is ready for the both of us, and I've measured out the coconut milk. If you don't have coconut milk, you could use evaporated milk, or you could use like regular cow's milk, but coconut milk works better in the way of the fat content and stuff like that. So I heated it up for 30 seconds in the microwave, and it's just a little bit of butter. I'm gonna put the list of the ingredients down below, even though I have it in my book. This one right here, it's called Aunt Tylene's Creole Bread Quarter Recipe. Plus I have it in a small batch book. All right, so Joe, these are dry ingredients. I would start with the dry ingredients first in the KitchenAid. Joe says he wants to do the KitchenAid aspect of the test. So put the dry ingredients, and then you have baking powder right here. And some people might ask, why are you putting baking powder in Creole bread or Creole bun, Barbara? That's not the way it's authentically made. That's what I get a lot of, you know, Joe. All these authentic people that really don't know how to cook, because that's why they're looking for my page, and I thank you for that. And we're not saying we're the end all, know all, be all of cooking, but I'll tell you one thing. Joe and I tried Creole bun and Creole bread so much in the 1980s. Well, Joe tried it. Put your thing in, baby. I'm gonna put mine into while we're talking. Joe tried it because I was chicken. All right, I didn't want to try it because when it came out messed up, I sat there and cried.
Yeah, I don't think take this out.
The spatula? I'll give you this big one.
Well, don't worry, folks. At least you still could eat it. If it's not...
Well, back in the day, it was rock hard. Remember? And then Aunt Tylene came. That's my mom, auntie. Her name is Eileen. A-I-L-E-N, but we call her Tylene from the Aunt Tylene, like that. She came to visit back in 1985, I think. No, we were already married. So 1988, maybe? And she was already in her 80s. And she told us, you know, put sugar in the Johnny cake, put sugar in the Creole bread, and also put a little bit of baking powder to help things along to lighten up the bread. So, damn, Joe, moving ahead. You didn't put your sugar.
That's okay. Everything.
Put your sugar. So I put my sugar, my baking powder. This is extra flour, okay? And then what I'm gonna do is start with my hand. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Start with my hand. Make a well. Right? Work it in. I said, you stole my milk. You said I stole your milk, then I said you stole my milk. That's what we roll back. I didn't say.
That's what it's saying right there.
No, you said I was lying. All right, guys. See how my hand's in here? But a bunch of you say you don't like that. So let's do this. Let's grab the stick. Mix it in like this.
Am I gonna need water?
I think we're gonna need water. We're gonna need some water. Let me get some water. I'm feeling it to see how wet it is. I can't mess around with that stick. More. You smell that? Smell brassy, huh? No? Okay, let me tell you how much I use, Joel. I use 1.5 ounces of water. How is yours looking? Okay, that's your water. Let's see how much you don't use. Yeah, you have 1/2 ounce more to use. Can you lock this thing?
Yeah, dude.
Lock it. Careful, there's 1/2 ounce more. You can still put more in it, right? Putting that spatula in, it's not hooking? Yeah, so take it out. Does it look wet enough to you? Huh? So we each need like 1.5 more ounces of water.
Good.
You get it out of that. Make no noise over here. So that's Joe's. Did you guys notice something? We're not running competition to see how fast we can make this. But if you notice, I rub up mine as quickly as the KitchenAid.
Yeah, but
right, Joe?
that don't make no difference.
What's the difference?
They don't want to dirty their hand. And I agree with you.
But what's wrong with that?
Huh?
What's wrong with putting your hand in
It's
something?
not pretty, my finger.
Oh,
pretty.
Jesus. Pretty? Somebody to fool him. Okay, put yours in the thing behind you. There's a bowl behind you.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I think I put it in the pot now.
You thought that for real or you're joking?
No.
Okay, put it in here. Notice we don't need to put no flour. See, we had extra flour whenever I need it, right? But 1.5 extra water. This is, your mama made this. No, you're not done? You're not done. Your mama made that.
What I gotta do next?
Throw it away.
Oh. Okay.
Pretty. All right, let's put it in the oven. Remember, the oven is not on. I can't believe I still have to tell people that. You can't put this cloth in here with the oven on. We just want it in a dark area, warm, dark area. Out the way. I'm going to clean up this mess and we're going to be back in an hour. How was your trip out to the store? Did anybody ask for me?
Yeah.
For real?
Lourdes.
Oh yeah, Lourdes. Our friend Lourdes works at Food for Less.
She wanted to know if you're still hiding.
And Joe says we already got the Rona. She not hiding no more. I don't go to the store. Oh, usually when I'm editing, I'll like put the camera close and do like this. See?
This is mine, right?
That's yours, baby. Come.
I don't want you to steal my bread.
Come.
When you look at my
Make sure
bread.
they could see mine.
Yeah.
See? It is risen like our Lord.
I don't want her to steal my bread, and when my one come up there, oh, that's my bread.
Punch it like it owes you money. Give me my money. Give me my money. Oh, Joe, while you were gone, I did something.
Right.
I did a bad thing.
Right.
Hey, you want yours to be round or loaf?
I don't care.
You don't care. Well, I want mine to be loaf, so make a decision.
Round.
Okay.
Oh,
what's on my shirt?
How come my bread look rough?
My shirt, huh?
My bread look rough.
Because you didn't need... Okay, tell the people this is what people do. They don't need. See how quickly mine looks smooth and pretty? Because I instinctively need it. I want to get one.
How you do it, son?
Babe, let me get a thing over here.
I got stuff all over.
And you know what it is, right? Huh? What a big rolling pin there. Oh, see that? You know what's on our shirt? It's chicharron crumbs. What the heck? What in the heck? Okay. People, look. Knead it. See? See how that part becomes smooth? See how that underside coming smooth? I'm just rolling it back and forth, rocking it back and forth. Alright? Alright? So I'm always like pinching the bottom, like if you're doing like Johnny cakes or stuff. So put the ugly side down. And then press it so it can relax. Stop to say, I'm doing your work for you, huh? Oh, you want yours round? You want yours round?
What you got out?
I could get you a tray if you wanted it round. You want this pan?
No, okay. Keep what you got.
So if you're gonna use the pan, we gotta grease it. But then to make it a loaf, you gotta roll it out into a rectangle. Okay? I have a big rolling pin too, you know. I don't know where that's at. Oh, I was telling you before I was rudely interrupted that I made you this while you were gone. Same one loaf recipe. It only uses more sugar, cinnamon, vanilla, and raisins to make it different. Okay?
Put a little bit of rum in there.
Rum. So rectangle. Okay, turn it over. Remember, we have the ugly side down on the counter. And then roll it on the ugly side. Okay? The ugly side is going to be the inside of the bread.
Okay, so what to do now?
That's not a rectangle. I don't know what the hell that is, but it's not a rectangle. That's an oval. See mine? Stretch it if you have to make it into that rectangle.
That's what you got to do it that way.
What I say? You know, I used to sell bread and bun, right? Back in the 1980s. I used to sell Creole bread on Wednesday and Creole bun on Thursdays. Okay, ready?
It's good like that.
Talk to the dough. Tell it, relax. Relax, boo, relax. Okay, we're gonna tuck and roll. Tuck and roll. Get out of my way.
Stop play. I don't play. When I'm working, I don't play. But if I'm not working, then yeah, it's alright.
You play all damn day, please.
It's alright.
Please.
See, look out.
You are like that man
What happened to this?
pa Belize TV. Say, oh, pinch it shut, I'm not telling you. Pinch shut. Like it is so. Pinch shut. You are like that man pa Belize TV.
Pinch it together with the...
Queen, that's what it is. Queen. He clung all day. You didn't you tell me he went somewhere the other day to represent Belize, man? Somewhere fancy, right? See how mine's so shut, like Frankenstein? Okay?
Another placing.
Okay.
All
right. Let me help the baby again. So this is pretty much, you know, shut. That's good. But then you want to tuck your ends under. Okay? So you can get that smooth back where like steal from me. Dubai. All right. Yeah, he went to Dubai. Shout out to Chef Quillen. He don't know me, I don't know him. But he funny. And don't not everybody think want to look pretty because you need more practice, okay, baby?
Okay.
Relax. Bora. You want to botar para your hand, I don't know para your hand this.
You want to talk about this thing with cooking and all that kind of stuff? What kind of stuff is it?
You could have been picking your nose, the hell. Alright. So we're going to say this is a 5x7 pan, I think. My hand wash too. I wash my hand every minute when I'm messing with dough. Well, any kind of food. You know what I mean? Wash your hand often. Okay.
You try just make it hit
Yeah,
both sides?
just... It's not going to hit the whole thing, but if you flatten it a little bit, you give it room to grow, right?
Okay.
Let me get a little bit more butter. Take a little touch of butter. I just want to touch you, that's all.
You want to look like that?
Huh? You cheap too? You should me charge me for touch you?
What?
You should me charge me for touch you? You cheap?
You know that. You know you gotta fix my cash.
Use a cheap hoe. Joe always talk about he gonna charge. Cover it back up again with the thing your mama made.
That's good.
Put it back in here again for another hour. It's a lot of resting time when it comes to bread. Okay, yours is on the right hand side of the oven, okay, babe? Alright. In a little while off camera, I started this a whole half hour after we did the bread, okay? So we're staggering like Joe said. So in about 45 minutes, I'm going to light the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then I'm going to come back to show you when we stick the breads in to bake. We have to go to the post office to mail away some book orders, but I want to show you guys how the breads are. This is Joe's. That's mine. What do you think, Joe? I think they look about even. Joe says mine is a little bit more taller than his. And that, you know what, Joe? That could do with the way I did my rectangle.
What kind of magic you put in that thing? I
tell you, I have an anointing for bread and dough. I don't know. It's at 245, 250 right now. You make sure there's no oil in here. What a time to check, right? Josh was going to stick them in for us when the temperature gets up to 350. And then we'll be back before it's done baking.
Okay.
We just got back in time, guys. Joshua put it in a half hour ago. You go ahead and shut off this timer. And wash my hands again. Because I touched the mail. I'm taping a whole show just in case you didn't know. He says, are you talking to me? Come on. It's your turn to come on camera again. The lady at the post office said, where's Joe? And I said, he out in the car. He doesn't come in. And he says he's tired because he's taping a whole show with me. And the lady said, oh, I said, he's talent, you know. He's talent. Well, I wore my little hat today that Joe made. Okay, Joe, let's take a look at these breads. Oh, that's Joe's. Looking nice. Joshua said he flipped it. That's mine, looking nice. Now let me show you what I do with bread that I don't really tell nobody. It's a secret. Here's my cloth. Shout out to my friend Julie, who's celebrating a birthday today. She made this for me. So the bottom looks nice and brown and stuff, but you want the bottom crunchy. Just gonna ease it back into the pan like that. Put it back in the oven for like maybe another 5 minutes. If you want to. You don't have to. Alright? Because the thing beautiful as it is. This is, I just like a crunchy bottom. Alright, so after 5 minutes I'm going to take it out, allow it to cool, and when I come back on camera, we are going to be tasting. He didn't come. I can't control him. He didn't come. Guys, so when I flipped the bread over to toast the bottom, which it's nicely toasted, hear that? Joe's bread cracked on the top. Let me show you guys.
You sabotage my stuff. He sabotaged my bread.
I absolutely did not sabotage his bread. See? See? Now, why did that happen?
Can I eat it in there?
Drink water, more quiet, dog. I think when Joe rolled it, he didn't tuck it tight.
It's just
the skin. It's not the bread itself. Let me cut mine first. It's still warm. Nobody want to get my back.
I don't want your
Cut
back.
yours. I'm gonna show them. Look how he went on the next side and he left-handed. And let me tell you, if you follow this recipe, everybody gonna want to eat your bread. Let's go show the camera. We don't have nobody to run camera today, guys, so it is what it is. See, Joe has that air pocket in there, right? There's nothing wrong with it. Beautiful slices. Pose, Joe. Pose for the thumbnail. Smile, leave it now. All right. So it's just air that got trapped in Joe's. And the people ain't gonna cuss you for using the whole sword. They say, oh my God, she bought out the bread with a whole sword.
Use what you got in your hand at the time.
Right? They're lucky when I use a finger. Wait, I have a leaf in here. I'm not gonna use the sword. Cuss Joe, not cuss me.
Good people.
If you want to take it up.
Man. Try to taste the same.
We stupid. I made from the same recipe. You guys can do this. The bun not ready yet. It's getting there. I don't drop the temperature to 325, but I'm not shutting the oven off because it takes long to come back up. Well, at least we'll know which one is your bread. We're moving it along to making some corn soup for dinner. I'll put the video to the corn soup up here. I'm not going to record that as a video again because I have a good video on that I did 2 years ago. Check the video right here up in the cards.
What?
And maybe, hello, you just can't walk off the set. Maybe you're going to see us at the mukbang. Let's see.
I'm back.
I don't like dealing with talent. You know, if I paid you, would you behave better on camera?
Yeah.
So money does the talking. If I made more money, would you guys act better on camera?
Yeah. What's up? Just gonna bother my palm with the green stuff.
CashApp is green.
Bye, people.
Subscribe, all that good stuff. You know the routine. Remember, guys, we're not buying this book. Why? Because my distributor is ripping me off and not paying me any of my royalties. So for this reason, I redid the book that's being sold on Amazon and I made this book. I removed a bunch of the recipes from the first book because I did not deem them to be authentically Belizean enough. And I put a bunch of brand new recipes in here. So you're going to get more for your money, okay? So when you buy this book, you're going to find that the recipes are very easy to understand and the dishes are going to come out perfect the very first time. So this book was made in 2018. In the middle of the pandemic in 2020, 2020, I made this book, The Pantry Laid Bare, and this is restaurant quality, no, not restaurant quality, better than restaurant quality meals at home. Now in 2021, I have my brand new book. This one's called No More Leftovers. Why? Because I reduced some of the recipes from this book, and I put a bunch of brand new recipes in there, but they're all small batches, all right? Now to purchase, all you have to do is visit my website, www.barepantryshow.com. You can shop safely and securely at www.barepantryshow.com. Go back to my browning and flour. It's hot.